spotlight streamers. Come and take a seat with the combo we ride. Every Tuesday, it's the Blerd Survival Guide.
Well, welcome back.
Welcome to a new episode of Blerd Survival Guide. We have the Zoom call on with our great friend Morganoftheleaf. You may have seen her on the Instagram, on the Twitch, on the Discord, on all the things on YouTube. And welcome back to another episode with us. Welcome, Morgan. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good. You know, I'm just getting off my shift from Amazon, so I had to take a full nap before we got started. And that's where I'm out at. How about you, Jay?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a relaxing weekend. I got to see the new Batman this weekend, and then watched a new movie on Disney Plus this afternoon. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. I've gotten to really enjoy my weekend, to be honest with you.
Now, how was the Batman movie?
So I think I really enjoyed it because I thought it reminded me a whole lot of Batman the Animated Series. Which was one of my favorite iterations of Batman, honestly. So that's why I liked it a lot. It just reminded me a whole lot of that. I thought that they did a really good job with the villains. I thought that they did a really great job with the Riddler. My favorite thing about it was the score. Bar none, I thought the score was out of sight. That kept me entertained and
Now, have you seen it yet, Morgan?
No, I haven't. Some people said, people online were saying it wasn't good, but the people I know in real life were saying that it was good. But I'm probably not gonna see it because I heard it's 3 hours. I can't watch a 3-hour movie.
No, it's only two and a half hours. If you include the previews, that's 3 hours. But if you come in 30 minutes after the previews, then you're good.
Oh, I might need to watch it then, because I heard that they got Robert Pattinson playing Batman.
Oh yeah, no, he does a fantastic job.
You finally get to see the vampire turn into the bat. So I thought that was.
It took him 14 years, but he did it.
You know, I thought I thought he did a great job of being like the Batman in year 2. You know, that's the thing, because it's not like it's the established Batman that we all know.
10 years, it hadn't been 20 years, it hadn't been 30 years.
No, it's year 2.
I'm a second year. I'm basically a teenage Batman, and I'm emo.
Does it ever tell you how old he is in it?
Nope.
Because that's what I'm wondering the whole time. I'm like, he is brooding. This man is
angsty. I would say early to mid 20s.
Early to mid 20s.
Between 23 and 26 is what I would say.
I felt similarly. I did.
I want to
I wanted to see it not just because of him, because also they got Zoe Kravitz in it too.
Yes,
and her Catwoman is it doesn't leave anything to be desired for her. I felt like she did a great job of capturing the essence of Catwoman that Halle Berry started, and then she finished it. For real, I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it, and I'll let y'all know how I liked it.
I hope so. We'll have to do a little poll out there just to see what people think of it.
I'll throw it out there. Probably tell people in the YouTube comments, tell us what you like about Batman and stuff like that. But other than that,
wait, before we get into it, I got a question for Morgan.
Yeah,
Morgan. Probing question: are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Are there more doors or wheels? Probably wheels.
Okay. I'm going to ask everybody that we have on from now on about it, because I just need to know. I want to keep a running tally.
I have our personal tally that I need to keep running. Have you seen the Chippendales Rescue Rangers trailer, the new one?
No, I ain't seen that.
You have homework, and then I will text you and ask you about it. Because we have sides in the Blerd Survival Guide room.
Right now, it's split. It's a split room, and we need someone to break the tie.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking, even if you're thinking of just cars, even if a car only got 2 doors, it still has 4 wheels. So
exactly. I mean, that's a solid point. There are still people in this world that think that there are more doors, though. So I just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But that's off topic. I just wanted to ask you for fun, because I felt like it would be a fun question to ask.
Yeah. But Morgan, tell us about you. Give us your origin story, how Morgan of the Leaf came to be. Just let the people know about who you are, what you do, and all that jazz. We want to know. People want to know.
I don't even know.
Okay. Well, my name is Morgan. Um, where do I start? I've been a nerd all of my life. I've been, watching anime, reading manga, watching the Marvel movies, all that stuff. But it wasn't until October when I decided to make my page. I was like, when am I gonna come up with the name? And I was like, well, Naruto is one of my favorite animes of all time, so I'm gonna be Morgan of the Leaf. And so I was just telling myself, I can use this page to, like post my cosplays and make funny skits and whatnot. But it has become a little bit more than that, because when I made my page and I would post on there, I was just doing it for fun. But like over time, people would hit me up. Like it would be either a woman that was like, hey, Morgan, I love that you embrace your nerd side. I used to love like watching Sailor Moon, but I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want them to call me a nerd. And your page makes me feel more comfortable with myself. And then it would be other people be like, hey, I sent your page to my niece. I show her that there are Black women out there that, watch anime, do nerdy stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. And so what went from being just a fun hobby has turned into kind of a passion / purpose for me. So I've really been enjoying my Morgan of the Leaf.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And I mean, like as because you said you got started in October. Like as your page has grown, like what have you seen on the positives, on the negatives, anything of that nature? Because I mean, there are literally two sides of the spectrum.
For
We've
sure.
seen it. We've seen it sometimes, but from an outside perspective, what have you seen since starting your page?
Well, I'll definitely say, thankfully, the positives most definitely outweigh the negatives. I haven't really encountered too many negative aspects. I will say, being a woman in the nerdy realm, you are going to deal with some different personality types. Of course, it's going to be a lot of guys hitting you up on some really weird stuff. I had some guy, they'll use these really corny anime pickup lines and they won't even make sense. It's like, you can at least be accurate if you're going to use it.
You want to be getting in the sound. You feel me?
What do you even mean? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, if you wanted to be, my Tsunade to my Jiraiya, like that makes sense.
Hey, yo, baby, you want to be my Orochimaru to my Naruto? You feel me? See?
Well, that's questionable.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Exactly. But if people say stuff like that, that's why it's weird.
I just can't commend you enough, because I feel like the name alone is really clever and witty. Like I don't feel like that no one took advantage of that like you did. Like for real, like how easy. It's simple, yet like it makes the perfect amount of sense.
It sounds like a famous.
I'm waiting for you to get verified. Like you need to get verified right real quick. I believe that.
And then just bring us on up with you so we can we're right on your coattails after that.
Hey, if I'm going up, y'all going up too.
Everybody
That's real.
But I mean, we brought you on because you are one of the most influential new women that we've met, and I mean, I've known you personally for years now, but that is part of today's episode. We're talking about influential women that we've grown up with, whether it be live action characters, cartoon characters, what have you. And yeah, I mean, we brought you on because we see you as one of the more influential women that are on social media now, and we appreciate you for starting up Morganoftheleaf. Yeah, but send you all your flowers, But yeah, we just want to get started. We'll probably do like a round robin kind of thing, just talk to each other and let the people know some of our favorite characters. Like I said, whether it be live action or cartoon, just conversation style. And because you are our guest, we'll let you go first with one or two, however you want to decide.
It's funny because I watched y'all's episode y'all did with Jade, and I'm pretty sure one of the first people she mentioned was Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon. You have to start off with Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was the very first anime that I ever watched, and let me tell you, she changed the whole trajectory of my life because I was like, dang, they got a woman doing the power ups, and she got the power, she got the weapons and the wands and all these different attacks and stuff. I've never seen a woman get this before, so it was just big. Sailor Moon changed my whole life, so I gotta start off with her.
Oh.
I gotta start off with
So,
Usagi.
which one do you think is the best? Like, do you think the original iteration, or do you like? I'm trying to remember because there's like 3 different versions of Sailor Moon, right? Like, there's
Yeah.
which one's your favorite?
Definitely the original. I like the original one. Just
I feel like
Sailor Moon with her. What'd you say?
I feel like nothing can top the original, the OG.
Yeah, the OG. You can't beat the OG, but I used to love watching Sailor Moon, her and the Scouts, and I loved her and Tuxedo Mask together. It was so it was cute
Yeah.
because it was a romance. And I love the villains too, because the villains that show has some really good villains as well.
You know, I need to go back and rewatch all the Sailor Moon because, like, I watched it like in bits and pieces. I think most like everybody else on Toonami. Like, it was never just like a consecutive like series that I sat down and rewatched all of it. So that's definitely gonna be on my list of.
It is on Hulu.
Because I just got done watching Yu Yu Hakusho, so like I've been watching my what do you call it? I guess not traditional, like a lot of the
classic
anime. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of
Classics.
classic anime recently just to get back
I need to.
refamiliarized with it.
I'm now on the last episode of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, you're on. That's new.
I know, but
That's
like I
new.
said, it's not classic. But I mean,
Now I will say I tried to get into Jujutsu Kaisen, but I mean it wasn't really sticking with me. But I will say, ain't that movie coming out in like a week?
I think it
it's
is
not a
supposed
week
to be coming out.
within the next month or so. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. This should be coming out soon.
Yeah,
I think that's why I watched it. So
The thing that the thing that leaves me wanting on Jujutsu Kaisen is that it's not Naruto, because like it follows like a lot of the same Naruto formula. Like a lot of it,
it's equal parts goofy, but also serious, and yeah, no, I get like
you know what I'm saying? Like
it
it follows the Naruto formula, and like I would just rather watch Naruto, and that's just me personally.
Yeah,
The Naruto formula. I'm weak.
I mean, it's kind of like that whole, we have this inner beast. Inner beast makes us rejected. We go to the master to like learn how to master the inner beast, and like.
yeah, but this inner beast is evil. It ain't the Nine Tails.
Well, Ninetales was evil, kinda.
Yeah, kinda. He was
wasn't too evil for Naruto.
No, literally. Well, that's what we're kind of seeing with the Jujutsu Kaisen show.
We'll see what happens.
But that got us off topic. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But Sailor Moon, women.
Yeah.
But no, Sailor Moon, bar none, is top tier in like the influential women of anime, without a doubt, right?
Anime, I mean, like I said, it did bring up a whole generation of women and men watching it. I mean, a lot of men that I've heard on other interviews of other podcasts, they would say that was one of their first anime starting out when they were growing up is Sailor Moon.
10 out of 10, you don't get a brony without Sailor Moon.
Facts.
You said a brony.
Yeah, you don't get a brony without like them liking Sailor Moon. I think that's like
That's
you know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
Like you just that's a pathway, right?
Yeah,
Trajectory.
Yeah. Like,
I agree with that.
like that's why I mean
My Little Pony is hard. That
goes hard.
Yeah,
Goes
Friendship is
hard.
Magic, yeah, that
goes hard. That's why I was thinking that my first.
I'm a brownie by proxy because I don't watch it, but yeah.
But my first, one of my favorite female women women growing up like on TV though, Powerpuff Girls. You can't like you said Sailor Moon, and I was like first thing that I gotta mention is Powerpuff Girls because like that's like the Americanized version of Sailor Moon to me, without a doubt.
I feel like they touched on a lot of hits of anime, even though
they did do a
anime
Powerpuff Girls
style.
X. You know?
Oh yeah, I know. They had the Powerpuff Girls anime, but like the actual show, the OG show, not the one that came out 5 years ago. But
I love the Powerpuff Girls. They were wait, am I allowed to cuss on here or no? I don't need to cuss on here.
No, you good?
Okay. They was beating the shit out of them folks. And I was so surprised. I was so surprised that they showed that on Cartoon Network because they showed the blood and the teeth coming out. And I loved it, but I was like,
well, you know it was originally pitched for Adult Swim.
It was that, and then their original name was the Whoop-Ass Girls.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
So yeah, it was originally pitched for Adult Swim as the Whoop-Ass Girls.
Yep.
And there's also an anime version of the Powerpuff Girls that streamed on Cartoon Network Japan at the same time. It was called Powerpuff Girls. It's got a similar storyline, but not exactly the same storyline as Powerpuff Girls, like the American version. But no, they beat the shit out of Fuzzy Lumpkin. Like that man was a banjo. Like
It was literally on site with Mojo Jojo every time.
On site.
Mojo Jojo's brains would be on the floor.
Right. You I was in that fight with a broken hat and brains just oozing out like
casually. Like it wasn't
fighting.
Yeah. But who was everybody's favorite Powerpuff Girl? Out of the three of them.
Oh, that's hard. I'll say back in the day, Buttercup was definitely my favorite one.
That's my favorite.
But I'll say now, I think I like Bubbles the best now.
Bubbles, my girl, because she was sweet. She was sweet and innocent, but then when she got mad, she got mad.
Like, yeah, she got mad.
I just like that Buttercup didn't take no shit from nobody. Like never. Like
she wouldn't take shit for her sisters either.
Oh, that's the facts. That's the
like,
facts.
It was capital N, nobody. Like not even Professor Utonium.
Right.
With the bullshit.
The mayor.
It was, the mayor, him and what you call it? What was the name of Miss Bellum? Miss Sarah Bellum.
The way that they made her character look like an actual Sarah Bellum was just so clever.
Y'all know she was black.
Yeah, the voice actress for it.
Well, no, just Miss Bellum.
Miss Bellum is black.
I
She definitely black.
Canonized, but not she's black.
Canonized. She welcome to the.
She had more sense than the mayor.
She was the mayor's sense.
Right. But sure. I mean, from Powerpuff Girls to like the villains in Powerpuff Girls, him was my favorite.
They had some good villains on. They had him. They had the Rowdy Rough Boys.
That was my favorite arc. I was like, you got like a male counterpart, Nemesis.
Yeah, that was lit.
For real.
Lumpkin, Gangrene Gang.
Yeah, the Gangrene Gang. They had, what was the name of those blue
the Amoeba Boys.
The what?
The Amoeba Boys.
The Amoeba Boys. That's what they were called.
Oh yeah, they were sorry. They sure were sorry. They tried they damnedest to be the best villains that they could. And the best one was when they got the virus. And they started like infecting everybody with the virus. They were like, "This is how." That was their best, like, plot.
They were figuring, like, "Well, everybody's sick. We can't do anything now." I was like, "Well, you know how you can be real villains? What? You can save everybody." Yeah, let's do that. We'll be villains. We'll be best villains ever. I was like,
oh my god! That's where they cleaned them out. Yeah, they put them like through the washing machine or whatever the heck it was.
Now, my favorite villain, the Gangrene Gang. They was funny.
They were funny. The dude with the pointy nose and the vest. Yeah, you know what I remember. It was like the blue and orange vest.
But he became he was a guitarist for Gorillaz when one of the guitarists went to jail.
What?
And they technically made him a guitarist in the Gorillaz for like a year. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, he's
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was a guitarist.
I used to love the Gorillaz.
This bitch.
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. That's dope.
But I mean, fun fact. But Powerpuff Girls, that was a great second choice. I would say I'm gonna start off my list with OG Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, OG Aunt Viv, and I mean Janet Hubert, like black Aunt Viv.
Oh, original Aunt Viv.
OG Aunt Viv, like no nonsense.
Pivotal.
Was like from Philly, like she still had that Philly vibe about her with Will, so she was able to understand Will more than the rest of the family. And I mean, even like it stretches into the new. Oh yeah, the whole dance, yeah.
That was the best episode with Aunt Viv, bro. Like, she shut it down.
Like,
She shut it down.
Yeah, no, it was sad when the whole thing broke down and they had to go with the light skin of Viv and yeah. And
Did they ever say like what was up with that? Why they just replaced them?
on the behind the scenes, Will and Janet Hubert, they did not get along like from the get go because Janet Hubert was she was like
Seasoned
a high-class-
actress,
yeah, seasoned
you know?
actress, high class, upper echelon actress coming to do the sitcom, and like Will was just literally a rapper from Philly, and like he's coming on, he's the main character, and they just did
Producer
not
on the
clash.
show.
Yeah, and like the first 3 seasons, it was just like.
Tension.
It was just butting heads the whole time until like Janet was like, all right, it's either Will or me, and it's like, well, this is his show, so we're gonna take the deuces to you. Yeah, and they fell out literally all the way up until the reunion that happened during the pandemic. Like, that's when they finally reconciled.
That's messed up though. They didn't even find. They could have found another dark skinned woman. They didn't have to.
Yeah, the thing on that, the producer of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is actually like he's the dad from Sister,
Okay.
and his wife was the new Aunt Viv,
Huh.
nepotism.
essentially.
That's
Whoa.
stupid.
Yeah. So I mean, 'cause-
Colorism and nepotism all at once.
Yep.
That's kind of rough right there.
That's messed up.
Yeah, but like I said,
But you said that they resolved their differences when
They
the
did.
pandemic hit.
it was like when they did the whole Fresh Prince reunion on HBO. You see them like I guess they had a talk beforehand, but I mean even on the actual reunion, they sat there and talked for a solid 20 minutes about. Diana was talking about how hurt she felt when they like separated, when they parted ways, and Will was talking about like they both essentially apologized to each other because they both did each other wrong because they literally have not talked in the 20-year span between Fresh Prince.
Dang.
Yeah, they like that was the first time of them talking.
But they recognized how like immature and how like
They both have grown as
Yeah,
people, and I
right.
mean, like that, like when there's a scene on the thing where where on the reunion where it comes to they like the OG Aunt Viv met the new Aunt Viv, like that was the first time they actually met in person, and it just everything like was better towards the end. But like I said, OG Aunt Viv was one of my favorites, and yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But you got any more, Morgan? What about
Shoot, I could go on for days about female characters because on Cartoon Network alone, I remember I used to love Number 5 from Cody.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't care what nobody said. I always felt that she was truly the leader of the group.
She was.
I don't care.
Well, she had the
was-
common sense, like you know, Nigel Uno was so gung ho about every damn thing. Like he didn't like have no sense about like what missions that they would take on.
truly military types, like
And like Number 5 would just be like, "Bruh, for real? Like we gotta
Get your
deal with
shit
this. We
together."
doing this."
She had the sense.
She
Now,
had the sense.
this is how Number 5 felt on most missions.
This bitch.
Every time Number 1 was trying to say something, like she just had that look, like.
And you know, and she dealing with the sister at home that's evil and a teenager, and like she had the parents that were a little bit overprotective, like not as bad as Kilky's parents, if I remember correctly.
No, I mean everybody's parents except for like Number 1 and Number 5. Well, no, because Number 5, her parents, they were both doctors, so they were busy out of the house, so they couldn't be there.
Right.
But yeah, no, Cookie's parents, I mean, traditional Asian tropes of the strict family parentage, and you
Right.
can only do so much. But everybody
Right.
else's parents were kind of lax. Like Number 4's parents were Australian, kind of chill. We only saw Number 1's dad.
And
And the only other protective parent would have been like Number 2, his mom.
his mom was protective,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, his
Yeah.
mom was like uber protective.
So it was like Number 2 and Number 3, they had the protective parents because they had the whole dinner party where like he played detective.
That's right. Yeah.
See, I don't even remember any parents. But no, I don't want to skip over my girl Alex from Totally Spies.
Yeah.
I used to be obsessed with Totally Spies. That show was y'all don't even get me started.
That was the show. No, like
Totally Spies, like Totally Spies was that show that guys watched in high school and middle school, or I guess it came out when we were in middle school and middle school. and didn't tell nobody that they watched. But they were mad hype for Totally Spies.
Nobody asked me about it because I would have told everybody about it.
Exactly. They were talking about it. Like, you know that you would watch that shit when you get home, like on a.
I used to love Totally Spies because they would always go on these lit missions, but they look so cute because I'm a girl. I'm thinking like, oh, they changing outfits every single episode.
That was the other thing. Like animators took the time to do that.
It was the gadgets for me, bro. It was the gadgets for me. Like they would come out with like this compact, and it would just be
it was Kim Possible meets Powerpuff Girls in anime form. That's essentially what that show was.
Pretty much. That's spot on.
And they would go through the slide, and they would come out in their nice little jumpsuits and everything. But like Homeboy would come out with like laser lipstick and
the laser lipstick, the jetpack backpack.
Yeah.
The heels that had the little drills in them. They had the glasses. They had everything.
The stiletto drill, bro. The
stiletto drill. And then they had they had a really fun game on the Cartoon Network website.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Kids Next Door game. I remember that game, but I didn't play the Totally Spies game.
See, I was more of a Disney Channel
.com game kind of guy.
Like Lilo and Stitch, the Lilo and Stitch character who made the sandwiches.
I used to love playing that Sweet Life of Zack and Cody game.
Yes,
I remember the Sweet Life of Zack.
The Lizzie McGuire game.
I remember the game. I didn't play the game.
It was a dress-up game.
That's why you didn't play the game.
You got to pick the outfit, didn't you?
The outfit, the nail color, the accessories.
I did. I did play that game.
Oh, there you go.
I sure did play that game.
Great game.
Breaking down the toxic masculinity in this room. You feel me?
Come on, man.
But going to Disney. Oh, my bad. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying I got to shout out Lizzie McGuire. And Miranda. Miranda was that bitch.
Miranda didn't get enough credit.
Yep.
She was a good friend to Lizzie McGuire.
Miranda has some drug problems.
Well, she didn't show up exactly what she wanted.
That's the actor, not the character.
I was mad that they didn't give Miranda like a chance in the Lizzie McGuire movie, like low key.
Because she went on her family trip. That was the same day as
That's right.
Yeah, but there was also this whole thing where she was supposed to get a spinoff show.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Lane was on drugs. That's why.
Yeah. Well, there's drugs and characters and
child actor.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have Sticky Web in the new Power Family. Which brings me to Trudy and Sugar Mama.
Hell yeah.
On Family.
Louder and prouder.
Come on now.
I love them now, but like Trudy Proud, like she successful businesswoman. She expanded her business because now she has a van that goes around helping pets. I mean, and then you got Sugar Mama, who's just the grandma of all grandmas.
Bro, she holds it down. She loves her.
Sugar Mama.
I mean, she don't like Oscar, but she love him.
I mean, right. She don't like him, but she love him.
Yeah,
that's real. Even though Penny did her wrong in that second episode of the new.
Yeah. Have you seen the new Proud Family?
Nah, I haven't.
You gotta check it out.
It's on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's good.
Okay, I need to check it out.
All characters are updated, and
now I used to love Proud Family. I was just watching the Proud Family movie like a week or two ago.
It's an easy rewatch, man. That movie holds up.
That movie was so lit.
I used to know the Dr. Carver rap, like back.
I'm Dr. Carver, yeah.
Call me Dr. C. I will never let that movie live down the fact that they put 15 Cent in a Brinks truck. And said it was his grandmama's Brinks truck. Like, no, for real. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. I gotta take my grandmama Brinks truck back.
That whole concept was hilarious to me. They called him 15 Cent.
15 Cent, voiced by Omarion,
with the ponytail.
With the ponytail.
But no, speaking of Disney, I can't. I gotta mention my girl Raven Baxter.
Hell yeah.
You can't not.
That's so Raven broke barriers for Disney. And I will say, out of everybody out of all the different shows that got spinoffs, I watched a lot of Raven's Home, and I really liked it. I thought
I gotta watch it. I haven't gotten into it yet. I've heard good things, and now that like the new season's out, she's back in San Francisco in the new season.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she wasn't in San Francisco for the most recent season?
She was in New York for like most of.
Yeah. You know, I'm always skeptical of the new spinoffs that Disney comes out with because I love Boy Meets World. And I didn't watch any of Girl Meets World except
I watched it twice because I enjoyed it.
Did you enjoyed it? And I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, and I'm vocal about this. I'm not the biggest fan of how they film new Disney live action shows. I don't think they film it. I feel like they took a lot of how Nickelodeon used to film their live action shows and combined it, and it bothers me. But
they all filmed on the same
lot, right? Right.
Yeah, New Disney does not hit the same. It's sad because New Cartoon Network is jumping, but New Disney.
That's a hot debate. New Disney versus New Cartoon Network.
Versus New Nickelodeon.
I want to talk about that.
That's another episode.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Season 3, episode 1.
Season 3, episode 1 of what?
Blerd Survival Guide.
Blerd Survival Guide. We got our new episode. You helped us come up with our new episode.
Is this the finale? No, next week.
Next week is finale.
Oh, finale!
You are on a special episode because this is episode 50 of Blerd Survival Guide. We need to round out the rest of the month. But yeah,
I feel special.
Yeah,
you are special.
Yeah,
you are special.
Thank you. But now I gotta take New Cartoon Network. I don't even know what's on New Nickelodeon, but
what is on? I mean,
everything's going to Paramount.
That's
Plus
what I was saying. Like everything is like on Paramount Plus, right? Because like you got
the iCarly reboot where they cursing, which is actually really good. I enjoyed it.
I have enjoyed the new iCarly reboot.
You got all the SpongeBob spinoffs, which weren't supposed to happen.
Camp Coral.
Since the creator of SpongeBob died, they were like, all right, we can finally cash in on SpongeBob, because the creator was like, no, we're not doing any other show other than SpongeBob and movies.
You know what I want? I want a reboot of Rocket Power on Paramount Plus. Because I would be lit. I need my homegirl Reggie.
Like in the vein of Proud Family, Loud and Proud. It's not a reboot; it's a continuation. Like,
they need to be older.
They need to be taking over
the extreme sports life, man. Yeah. I need that to.
That would be so lit. That show was so lit.
Yes. Yes.
Right,
like the whole. I mean, Reggie was by far one of my favorite, female characters growing up. Because, she was a badass. Yeah, she was the oldest sister, too. Like, she held it down for the family, too. And she was always on Otto's ass. Like, reasonably so, because he needed someone to be on him, for real. But, no, that show I need that to be a reboot. I'm asking.
That would be lit. That's a great idea. Rocket Power all grown up or whatever.
Whoa!
Liza Thornberry.
I could do that, too.
Give me a live action.
Wild Thornberries? Live action Wild Thornberries? I like that.
That'd be interesting.
Is what it would be.
I mean, put it on HBO. It would work.
Right.
Yeah.
If they can do Dora, they can do.
Ooh, that would be. I mean, the Dora movie was funny. I liked the Dora movie.
I just need Eliza Thornberry to come back in some way.
I'm just thinking about thinking about Darwin.
I agree.
So
what the hell will play Darwin?
No, that's not
Darwin's the monkey.
Yeah, Darwin is the monkey, but no, I'm thinking about that too. But yeah, no, Donnie, I'm thinking about some live action kid just walking around.
That gotta be animated. It gotta be animated.
Yeah, because the child labor laws that just spark up with.
I was wondering who could they get? Like, what child actor could they get? It would be funny if they got homeboy that played Ashtray to do it, because he's
oh hell no, he could not play.
He's talented. I think he could do it.
Oh my God.
I feel like he's aged out of that now.
Right, I agree. He's too big.
He's destined for a big that was a big role. He's destined for something bigger than running around.
I'm excited to see him in Umbrella Academy. That's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah, they announced that as soon as he died in Euphoria. As soon as he
They said
died,
gunshots to the head. All right, I'm gonna be on Umbrella Academy. See you guys later.
What if he's not dead though?
I'm in Umbrella Academy.
Right.
One more round.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw up. I gotta throw up one for the Rugrats. Susie Carmichael.
Susie Carmichael.
Oh yes.
The best example them babies ever had of an adult child or role model across everybody. I don't care what anybody
It's
says.
a literal polar opposite of Angelica.
Polar opposite of Angelica, responsible. Her parents were both doctors. Like, they were holding it down. Like, it.
She had sense. She was the only one that had some sense.
Yeah, the sense.
They found out in Rugrats in Paris that she can actually speak French fluently.
She was who's her voice?
Cree Summer.
Cree Summer. Mm-hmm.
Same one as number 5. Same one as number 5's older sister. Same one as every black character and some white characters that we've seen on Disney, Nickelodeon.
Cree Summer is golden. She
She
done voiced everybody.
She deserves an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to list Ginger from As Told by Ginger.
Earlier.
I'm glad somebody said it. I'm glad somebody's.
Someone was told me
I love that show. That show had drama.
It was for the weird kids, and we knew it.
It was weird. No, my mom liked that show. Like that was.
I don't think it was for the weird kids.
It was just for like
the grown
Like, it
kids.
was for the weird kids.
Well, I mean, if you resonated with the little brother who had like the friend who had all the jars of animals and shit in his doghouse, then yeah, that's for the weird kids. But I mean, like, but
That
no,
show
it's
had
like,
drama.
yeah, it was more so for like if like we were in elementary school when that came out. I think like that show was like for real deal middle school, like
You right.
dealing with middle school
You
issues,
right.
and like we were just too young to realize that.
You right.
Yeah, because it was some
It was
spicy.
a show.
Remember, Ginger was with old boy, and then he cheat on her or something like that.
Oh damn.
It's like because he got the braces off, they started dating. And yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He had a glow up when the braces came off.
Right? It was
Yeah.
at the dance.
I mean, I remember the episode of like Homegirl was stuffing her bra with tissues. I'm like, why is this a thing? Like I said, I was too young to realize what was going on at the time. But yeah, I was like, she put tissues in her bra. I don't get it.
That was the grown show.
Like I said, my mom enjoyed that show, and I was just like, I watched it. I didn't understand the appeal of it, but I watched it, and I was like, all right.
I liked it. But I was like too mature for my age. Like, I was always that kid that like knew way too much. So like I was just like watching it. I'm like, this is a good show. This is a good show.
Y'all know another character? She's not human, but what was it? My Life as a Teenage Robot? Was it Jenny?
I love
Jenny.
that show.
Jenny.
I love Jenny. Jenny was a baddie. I love Jenny.
That was in
shit
the same
lit.
block as like Chalk Zone and all the other ones, man. That was the top tier block. That was the top tier block of cartoon.
That show was lit.
Raven from
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Ooh.
You said Raven?
Raven from
Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I love me some Raven.
Raven and Starfire, and
Yup.
yeah.
That show, you had Raven and you had Starfire. It's like they were exact opposites. Because you had Starfire being all gleeful and cheery, and then Raven, her character, her story background, that shit was dark.
Yeah.
Dork.
The darkest, literally.
But I loved it.
But I mean,
that
but
show
they did-
was grown.
But they did have an episode where Raven and Starfire did switch brains essentially or personalities.
Yeah, when she's in the white and like.
Well, no, it's not even when she was in the white. It's like they actually like they switched. It was a body swapping episode, and basically they had to learn how to fight as each other. They had to learn how to be each other, and that's how they were able to switch back because it was like Raven had to figure out, okay, I need to think about like when she was like it was a scene where they're both trying to figure out how to fly, and Starfire was like, for you to fly, you just have to think happy thoughts. Be happy, joyous, and things like that. Think how Starfire thinks. And Raven was like, all right, and then Raven was like, all right, for you to do that, for you to fly for my powers, it's like you have to clear your mind, think of nothing, and just be. And it was just like they had to basically learn how to be each other. Where it goes all the way to the end where they finally did switch bodies back, and like they're closer as friends.
They're the most in sync that they've ever been.
Yeah, because they're both meditating, but they're also like they're levitating and meditating, like next to each other. It was like, oh, that was a dope episode.
That's a moment.
Yeah,
it was a whole moment.
Yeah.
Teen Titans is golden. I love me some Teen Titans.
That show still is. Everyone still wants more of that show. That's the thing about that.
Still waiting on that season 6.
For real,
Beast Boy ran into that light, and we never saw that version of Teen Titans ever again, and I'm still mad about it.
Like,
And see, that's the thing. People love to hate on Teen Titans Go so much, but that show is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's a different show though, and a lot of people don't understand that. They can't
I
come to
had to drag Jay to go see the movie.
but I saw it and I
You saw
liked
it,
it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. After he saw it, like he loved it. But I was into that show. Like they brought the whole cast back. They joked about it. It was meta as hell. And I still like it. I haven't seen any of the new episodes. I mean, the whole Night Begins to Shine saga, where like they did like the 80s.
Oh my god!
When I think of you, I see the story in your eyes.
Like when you brought in Fall Out Boy and CeeLo Green as guest stars on that whole saga. I'm like, I felt
And you knew who they made that for. You knew who they made that. They were catering. They were catering to our generation. They were like, we took this away from y'all. We're gonna put something back.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you said that earlier. So many people, they try to compare it to Teen Titans. You have to think of it as a completely different show. Like it's not gonna be Teen Titans Go. This is the funny version. This is the humorous version.
Right.
Like I said, they even mentioned like with Control Freak, like he was just like, hey, I'm the reason you're looking like this. Like, let me show you what you originally look like. Show them the OG Teen Titans. It was like,
and they were like, what?
I was talking to JD about that the other day, and he's one of those guys that can't come to terms with the two entities coexisting in this world. Like he can't come to terms with it.
But you can come to terms with 8 different Batmans and 3 different Spider-Mans.
He can barely do that, but yes.
Alright then.
I guess these last two to round me out. I'm gonna skip one because she was a good look. Rainbow Johnson was on Blackish. She was fantastic doctor, fantastic mother, new age Cosby Show, much better for the show. But my last two I want to talk about is Princess Tiana from Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
One of the most underrated Disney films.
Yes.
People don't talk about it enough because
it finally got a ride.
Finally.
And it replaced the racist ride.
It did. I feel like that's reparations.
Wait, Princess Tiana didn't have a ride at Disney World?
Nope.
No, but
she had parades, she had shows, and that's about it. But now that
they got rid of the Briar Patch, what's it? Peter Rabbit and the Briar Patch? Yeah. Briar Rabbit.
Yeah.
Which is Disney's version of Peter Rabbit, right? Like that's like what their whole.
No. I mean that whole Briar Rabbit was its own thing. That was just basically. It was a kid's retelling of slavery.
Yeah. It's about like this rabbit who goes into the farmer's yard and like steals things, and
it's where the song "Zippity Doo Dah" came from. And
okay, I know
that's
that.
the name of the whole show.
Song of the South, yeah.
But it's the one log flume ride that everybody rides at Disney World.
But now they've taken it, removed that theme for it, and they're replacing
it with
Princess and the Frog.
Well. They should have been did that, but better late than never, I guess.
It should have happened in 2009 when that movie came out.
I mean, it was the last
2D animated.
Like, how can you not like recognize that and pay homage to that in the grand scheme of it all? Like where people experience that. Like you don't make that the last 2D film without like acknowledging that whole era of Disney princess and filmmaking.
Because I
didn't even realize that she was the last 2D princess.
Sure was.
Why? I didn't know.
After that, I think like they took a slight hiatus on princesses, and the next movie that came out after that,
Frozen, right?
Frozen, yeah. Okay.
I thought what that did.
Frozen
has its own freaking Broadway show.
Tangled was Tangled before Frozen?
Was before Frozen.
Tangled was before Princess and the Frog. I think that came out in 2008, but it was already CG.
It was already a CGI 3D princess. Oh, okay.
I loved Princess and the Frog. That was a beautiful movie. I remember I cried when what's his name died.
Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about. My boy.
That was so sad. But he was with
Evangeline.
Yes, in the sky. So I guess
he became a star.
He became a star.
Yeah, it was cute. I love that movie because she was very hardworking. So
she was all about it. And then I mean the cast behind that movie. I mean you had the music. I listened to it quite frequently.
Well, I mean we'll listen to it when we go to New Orleans.
You already know it's gonna be on the playlist. Yeah, like I mean,
Nah.
Oprah was in that movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Terrence Howard was in that movie. Man.
Yeah.
Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand?
Come on, man.
Ferguson. All right, but my last person, I can get on Princess and the Frog all day, but my last person is Garnet. I talked about Steven Universe all the time on this show, and Garnet is the mom of all moms.
And you
chosen
came into
moms.
Garnet late. That was like what? 4 or 5 years ago?
No, I mean that was during the height of Steven Universe.
Oh.
Yeah, I was part of that group of people who
Watched it when it was coming out. Nice.
That's new Cartoon Network. I'm telling you, new Cartoon Network is hidden. The storylines are amazing. The characters are amazing.
It's not even there.
I would say they're progressive as hell because I mean you had literally it was talking about trans rights in that show. It talked about being who you truly are. Like you don't have to be just one person.
Self-esteem and all that.
Right. I mean there was literally that one episode of Steve Universe, and it was towards the end of the actual the series before the movie where he gets his gem taken out of his stomach by one of the diamonds, and he's just like, and they're trying to say, all right, you're Pink Diamond. He's like, no, I'm Steven. My name is Steven. And like, they just didn't realize, they had to come to realize that, which is also how a lot of trans kids have felt. It's like, no, my name is not my birth name. It's my name that I am now. It's who I am. This is who I am as a person. And I mean, that part, it had me tearing up when when he found himself and hugged himself and that, like the whole,
people couldn't even like.
Nope, I'm getting emotional about that again. That's how, ooh.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Garnet was a whole like I said, Garnet was a whole mama in that, and like when they separated and found out she was two gems that were fused together. First, lesbian couples, LGBTQ plus, all
It did everything for you.
Steven Universe had everything in it. Steven Universe is goated, definitely.
It'll go down as one of the best cartoons in history.
I'm definitely gonna rewatch it. I haven't rewatched it yet, but yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Steven Universe was one of the big carriers of new Cartoon Network.
Right up there with Adventure Time,
Adventure Time, Gumball.
Regular show.
Regular show hits different if you watch it all the way through, and no one thinks about it. Like if you haven't watched it all the way through, it hits so different than if you watch it episodic and like because it's not.
I didn't realize it took place in the 90s.
Yes,
I did not realize that until I did a full rewatch. I'm like, oh.
I didn't realize that either.
You gotta watch all the regular shows straight through because it surprisingly is not episodic. Everyone seems to think it is, but it's linear. It's all connected.
Comes together.
Yeah, it's a storyline. I remember I really liked that episode that they had Tyler the Creator on there.
Yeah, the whole rap battle with Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino. All of them.
I loved Regular Show. I liked Regular Show a little bit more than I liked Adventure Time.
Bold statements. I hear that though. I feel that. I really do. Adventure Time didn't.
More with the fantasy.
Well, like anime. Like I got anime. Right? Like I got that. Like regular show is a different kind of show, and Adventure Time kind of like is adjacent to anime in my opinion, and how they like do the storytelling and like how they've built the lore, built the world that they all live in. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like they both different. They both kind of different anime. If you have to think about it,
if you think,
because I mean, because the regular show dealt with like more. If you had to like categorize it into anime, it was more of like the mecha. Like the mecha kind of anime where it's like we would build up because I mean they had the Nintendo Power Glove and they did the whole thing with the ducks and had the whole like Transformer episode and stuff like that.
True.
And they, like the same thing with Adventure Time. It's like it does that whole like it's almost like an Inuyasha storyline. It's like they're going to different lands and shit.
Power up.
Yeah.
You never knew what you were getting into a regular show. It could just be an episode like, hey, we need $5 to do something. They end up going to a whole nother planet.
The first episode is a trip. They're stacking chairs. They're literally like
the episode.
The episode is them trying to like get chairs loaded up into like a cart or like into like a space.
Like they had to get set up
chairs.
for later.
And then next thing you know, they're on the freaking moon. Like how did they get to the moon? Because it's the guitar. They make a song out of the go to the moon, go to the moon.
No.
Now, did any of y'all watch this show called Symbionic Titan?
It sounds familiar, but I
didn't watch it. I can't say I watched it.
I mentioned that show to people and they never know what I'm talking about. I was obsessed with that show.
What was it on?
It was on Cartoon Network. I can't remember if it was just on regular Cartoon Network or if it was on Toonami. I think it might have been. I think it was on Toonami.
It sounds familiar, but I need to see what it looked like.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
Wait,
I've seen a weird video on the internet where like homegirl was dancing and like the dude that was a block just kind of like sat there. I think that's the only like.
Yes, that's that show. Yep.
I missed it.
I think that's the one clip I've seen from Symbiotic Titan, and that's it.
I've heard of it, but I missed it. I missed that show.
I'm weak. You remember that, Jeremy? Because that scene was so funny. She was shaking her ass for that whole time. He ain't even human. He like, this ain't doing nothing for me, baby.
Oh my! Oh my! Oh my!
Oh.
But that's my list. Anybody? Y'all got any more that y'all can think of?
I'm nope.
I have plenty more female characters. What was her name? Was it Monique from Kim Possible?
Oh, the Black
Bro.
yeah,
Bro.
I loved her.
Kim Possible, the whole show.
We touched Kim Possible for a second because
we didn't talk about
No.
it. Though. Yeah. Kim Possible, Monique. Go ahead, go off.
I mean, shoot, Kim Possible, she changed the culture because she was out here saving the world. But, you know, she was still in high school. She was still a cheerleader, but she was still out here saving the world. She was whooping ass. Her and Shigo, y'all. Kim Possible and Shigo was throwing hands. They was in that bitch boxing.
Her and Shigo, bro. I think Shigo though, like Shigo too. Like Shigo was
but you got to think, was
an icon living.
That, but also like real world aspects. Hate me if you must. Was she a grown woman fighting this teenager?
Yeah. Yes, she sure was.
I don't think she was probably in her. Well, I guess she was a grown woman.
She's
early 20s. Like
a henchman.
She didn't have hips like that and wasn't in her early 20s.
But that made Kim Possible even more lit because she was throwing hands with a grown woman and she was usually winning.
She was kicking their henchmen's ass.
Oh yeah, I mean,
failed.
bunches and bunches of henchmen that just got they shit wrecked because Kim Possible came through with cheerleading. Literally, the power of cheerleading.
Yep. She can tumble their asses, you know, like she would do a flip and go kick.
That, I mean, and not to hop on the men, but like Ron was like, he had the power of monkeys. And
bro, after he got the power of monkeys, like it was done.
Yeah, him and Rufus.
It was done.
Now Rufus was whooping ass too.
Menace.
Yeah, but I have to list out Kim. It was the Totally Spies girls, Kim Possible, and the Powerpuff Girls. Women whooping ass. Well, girls, women whooping ass. My bad. Those those are my favorite shows, especially like the secret spy shows. But just women whooping ass. I feel like we talk so much about like Cartoon Network and Disney. We haven't talked more about female anime characters.
I mean, you can't not. I mean, Tsunade is by far my favorite. Like,
about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did do an episode about our female anime characters, so we can run through it real quick.
Well, I gotta find it again.
I got my list.
It's so many it's a lot of good female characters in Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's good. It's a lot of good female characters in Naruto. Even though, what's his name? Kishimoto admitted that he wasn't very good at writing female characters.
Well, I mean, my number one anime female character is a classic. It's Bulma. Because people don't give Bulma enough credit, in my opinion. Because like that woman is the richest, smartest. Like you don't get half the rate at which Dragon Ball Z goes is 10 times slower without Bulma. Like she created the Dragon Radar. You know where they can find the Dragon Balls in the first.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like they're gonna spend forever in a day trying to find them things with that.
Yeah, you gotta give props to Bulma, but yeah, it's a lot of good female anime characters. Cause like I said, Naruto has a lot of good. Besides Tsunade, I know Sakura gets on a lot of people's nerves, but Sakura did come through quite a lot of times.
Big fact.
She was a good 2% out of the 98% of Team 7. All right, but
And then I love Tamari too.
Tamari is the G, bro. Like with all her with her wind sight and stuff, like she'd be cutting it up. Hinata. Like you can't not say Hinata. Like
Nada.
she
that
come through.
clan and the eyes and the
Well, like
Yeah.
as down as she is for Naruto, like she just
Yeah, I was just about to say she rolled for
I'll
Naruto.
fight this motherfucker like in the middle of everybody, even though I know I'm about to get my ass.
that whole
pain,
saga-
you know, like
she said
When Hinata went out there with her, when it was Naruto in pain, I was like, girl.
you sure you won't be out there?
I was like, he about to beat the brakes off of you, girl.
Yeah, she managed to get 3 of them spikes out of him or like off of him, kinda. She shortened them. She didn't like knock them all the way off. She like knocked the tops off.
But that was the episode I knew that her and Naruto was gonna end up together. When she went out there and Pain was out there, I was like, oh baby, you love him.
When they end up together, like the movie where they end up together is one of my favorite movies. Like it's so cute to see them like the mission that finally like solidifies them as a couple before they get married after
before the time jump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't like his haircut as Hokage? Really?
I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not either. He looked weird. He looked like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh my god.
Not wrong. I mean, a lot of people did the fan art of like aging up Naruto. Like his hairstyle looked more so. It was like a mix of Jiraiya and
Minato.
Yeah.
They did so many of the guys dirty after the time jump. They don't look good.
Like I said, I like Choji. Choji's hair, even when he's skinny or fat, like his hair was his dope. He looked dope. Shikamaru looked dope. But other than that, I think that's about it. Everybody else.
Konohamaru they didn't do Konohamaru too dirty. They didn't do him.
I mean, they aged him into they basically made him a grown man he went literally a child to a grown man. You can only do so much with Konohamaru.
Well, yeah.
They did Gara dirty.
They did do Gara dirty.
They went from emo child to a gardener. Like that's
he got his hairline is all the way back. He got that LeBron hairline, it's all the way back there. You know,
I would have rather him go bald before he got that comb over.
But we can go on.
They gave him a comb over.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Fantastic conversation. We can go on and on, but what we're going to do now is take a quick break. You're going to hear a word from our sponsor, Anchor, and then we'll be right back with the weekly blurb. Be right back, guys. Hey guys, it's Jeremy here to talk to you about Anchor, the free podcast tool that you all need. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, like I said, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or your phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So guys, go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm on your computer to get started.
It's time for the weekly blurb.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for the weekly blurb. You know, when we discuss things that happened in the past week or not, or something that we all enjoyed. And yeah, weekly blurb.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we again, like we said before, we have Morganoftheleaf with us. Thank you again for joining us.
Okay.
We're gonna let you go first. It's in honor of Women's History Month. So let's
Okay, y'all starting with me. Well, my first thing, I'm trying to think in the past week. I know I really enjoyed the latest episode of Attack on Titan. I thought it was really good because even though it wasn't really a lot of action, they were just all sitting around the campfire pretty much just roasting each other. And I felt that they needed to get that energy out because now they've gotten it all out. Now they can start working together. to hopefully save the world. We're gonna see what's gonna happen.
It gave me Avengers 1 vibes, like when they were holding those signs, like tear each other a new one until the Hulk just went ham on everybody. Like that's
real. That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
It's a solid 30 minutes of them going into each other until what John like whipped on Reiner's ass, and yeah.
I mean, like the merging of these groups, basically the Jaegerists, the Eldians, and the Parody people, the Island of Parody. You got them all working together for the common good.
Well, no, the Jaegerists still ain't. The Jaegerists are helping Eren.
Well, I would consider.
You got a few people who
Mikasa, right.
Yeah.
Like Mikasa and like Armin, like they were originally kind of Jaegerists, right? But like they.
Mikasa wanted her scarf back. That's all that was. My scarf went missing. I just want that shit back.
Yeah, but that's really all. And another thing, do any of y'all watch Snowfall?
I have not, but my mom keeps telling me I need to watch it.
Yeah, so I've got people telling me I need to watch it.
I've been watching Snowfall. It's good. This is season 5, so I'm wondering like how much longer they're gonna make the story. But I just started. It's been good so far. So I suggested if y'all are into shows like that. But
about crack in LA, the crack epidemic in LA, right? Like that's what it is about.
It's a little bit deeper, but it's really more about like the government's involvement in it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's really good. And so as far as like, any self promo, please follow me on Instagram. That's my, I can't decide which my number one social media platform is, but most definitely follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitch.
Yeah.
If y'all have Twitch, and then
what you be on Twitch?
You said what?
What you be playing on Twitch?
Shoot, what do I be playing? Well, I did just get Assassin's Creed. I think it's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think.
Yeah.
I just started it, so it seems to be good. I haven't really gotten into the meat of the story, but that's been good. I've been playing Pokemon Arceus. That's been fun. Okay. And so those have been my 2 main games. And I know they just came out with a new Kirby game on the Switch. So yeah, I think it's Kirby in the Magic Kingdom. So I'm going to be playing that too. But those are the main games that I'm playing right now.
I saw a TikTok the other day that talked about this creature that's like a micro organism.
Oh, real life Kirby.
And it's a real life Kirby. Have you seen it?
Oh, wow. No, I haven't seen that.
It be eating things and absorbing their properties and like turning into it and then like spitting it back out. It's like actually a Kirby.
It's asexual, so I mean it reproduces on its own. It
can float up and everything.
Yeah.
Not the real life Kirby.
Real life, it's scary because it's like a microorganism.
It's in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I hope they don't come nowhere near Alabama.
But fun fact for all the listeners and viewers, she doesn't want to say it herself, but Miss Morganoftheleaf is the Twitch affiliate and what Ubisoft now?
I am a Ubisoft creator.
Oh, look at that.
What does that mean? I don't tell everybody what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well, essentially, they send me free games, and I review the games, and they give me giveaway copies so I can encourage other people to play the games. They give me Twitch drops. It's really just like a way for me to access their games easier and help promote their games.
Heck yeah!
So slowly, but not even slowly, she is fast becoming one of the top Twitch streamers affiliate Ubisoft.
I really appreciate it, Jeremy. I appreciate that. I've been trying hard. I've been putting in work, and I've been getting a lot of help too. So I just appreciate everybody that's been helping me and giving me tips and advice, because I really enjoy streaming on Twitch. It's really fun.
Well, we got to create a Blerd Survival Guide Twitch account so we can watch.
Y'all should. I definitely recommend it.
We're not going to put anything. We're just going to watch you and say, hey.
And support. Just support.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. Y'all go ahead and give me a follow. Y'all don't even have to subscribe to me. You can just follow. All I need is a follow.
Yeah. Come on then.
Yeah.
Y'all need to follow her on. What's your Twitch? What's your Twitch name? Is it
Morganoftheleaf.
Oh, we consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent. Yeah.
Same name on all platforms.
That's beautiful. That's lucky. Fortunate. We not that fortunate.
We working on it. I'm trying to get it back.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, I saw y'all's TikTok. I felt, was that because of like a character limit or something?
Oh, Blerd Guide?
Mm-hmm.
I had a Blerd Survival Guide account, and I forgot what happened with the. Something happened with it. No, it wasn't. I don't know. Something happened with the account, and it was because it was inactive for so long. It just they like deleted. They deleted it, but not really, because when I tried to put in Blerd Survival Guide on the account again, it was like, oh no, this account is already taken. It's like, well, you deleted it, so why can't give me my name back?
Right.
It's okay though, because y'all have all y'all stuff linked together on y'all's link tree, so that's the most important thing.
For us,
That's true.
please.
That's true. That's true.
Send me a cup. Yeah. No, but thank you, Morgan. We're gonna switch it over to Jay. What you got for us this week?
Well, no, you're next.
Yeah.
I am next. I lied. Hi. LOL.
This bitch.
Yeah.
It's you.
You're the bitch.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, but a couple things this week for me. This past week, I've seen trailers and I've seen announcements. But first, I want to get into music. You all know that I'm a big musical person. I like musicals, Broadway shows, and whatnot. There's a new London production that just dropped an album of Back to the Future the musical.
Oh.
Ooh.
And yeah, I listened to it at work this past weekend, and the orchestra went in on like the Back to the Future theme, and if y'all don't know, or y'all may know, Back to the Future, that whole trilogy.
I mean, the music
my
is
favorite.
so
that
important
movie,
to it.
but that movie trilogy is my favorite '80s movie of all time. I can rewatch it. I rewatch that whole trilogy at least once a year.
Good reason.
And yeah, and when they announced the musical, I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Then it said it's gonna be in London. I'm like, oh, that's not as awesome. I just kept up with it as like I followed it. I mean, with Beetlejuice musical and stuff like that, and the '80s musicals and all that. When that came out, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then the preview, the actual like trailer for it came on YouTube. It did like the song, Power of Love.
Okay, yeah.
Huey Lewis.
Power of love.
Yeah, and I mean, they like the orchestra, the music, all of it. It sounds fantastic. Doc Brown sounds amazing. Marty sounds amazing. Even though like Doc Brown, he's actually American, but like Marty, he's British. But I mean, they sound like the movie counterparts, and it actually sounds really good. They dig deeper into like some of the story of Back to the Future. I mean, you had to. I mean, because
musical.
Yeah, it's
what
a
they
musical.
do.
But still, like that as a musical as a whole, the music sounds amazing. I recommend people listening to listen to it if you are into musicals.
Where can I listen to it?
Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, they just dropped it on Spotify this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have to listen to that.
Yeah, for those who like Back to the Future, if you want to get into the musical, just look on Spotify. Look up the trailer on YouTube. It's actually dope because they have a DeLorean on stage. They're like, they.
I mean, you got to. You got to.
Yeah. So check it out. Next up, if you guys remember a child book called The Boy with the Purple Crayon,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's becoming a Broadway musical.
Oh, okay.
Listen, he's older, and guess who's doing the music?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No. No. My boys, AJR.
Wow.
What? Oh, wow.
And they got
That's
excited.
fitting.
Yes.
That's fitting.
It's about time.
Yeah, because they've always wanted to basically ride
Yeah.
Broadway's show, and
Right.
now they get the opportunity to, and I'm excited for
Oh,
it.
we got to try to see it.
Yeah.
We gotta try to go see that.
Yeah.
That would be lit.
I'm trying to go to New York again.
I'm game.
You heard me.
I've never been to New York before. Y'all go and take pictures for me.
It's a lot. New York is a lot. It's a lot to take in. There's
Yeah, I
no
went as
doubt
a
about
junior
it.
in high school during Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We got to be in it. But yeah, no, it was still a lot. Macy's on Black Friday is terrifying.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Homewood always was at the Macy's Day Parade.
Either that or the Rose Parade.
Yeah.
Dang, I bet that was nice.
We've been to LA.
Was it nice?
New York?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went after me.
Well, you went different. You went in a different way. I mean, I went just like by my
On a whim?
basically, yeah. Like I just happened to be there, And I mean,
No, I spent a Thanksgiving week there.
yeah, I saw Anastasia when I was there. That was dope.
See, we saw Lion King and Phantom of the Opera
That's still dope.
on Broadway.
Oh, I bet that was nice.
I fell asleep during Phantom, except for the
That's fair.
exciting parts. It's literally it's in the name, opera. I mean, you send 300 kids to go see an opera.
You
But
can,
then
watch,
also-
you can watch the movie. The movie's good.
I've seen the movie.
That's all you need, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, but last up on my weekly blurb is the new trailer for The Boys Season 3 on Amazon. And when I say that trailer is all types of blood, gore, and diabolical, it is all types of blood, gore, and diabolical. If you've seen the first 2 seasons of The Boys, you know exactly what I'm talking about and how it gets into the nitty-gritty of how superheroes are terrible people.
Or can
And, yeah, and it looks like Season 3 is just going to amp it up by 11, and it's going to get wackier, it's going to get bloodier, it's going to get more diabolical, and I'm excited for it. And that's my weekly blurb wrapped up, tied in a bow.
You say it's about how they say superheroes are terrible people.
Essentially, yeah, The Boys, it's based off a comic book where literally the boys are these non-superpower people who are finding out the truth about superheroes, because they're the superheroes that are like
In this
they're
universe,
treated
yeah.
they're treated as the celebrities that we treat, how we treat celebrities in like the MCU. But the difference is that these superheroes actually are superheroes. They have powers, and they're
They're hired by corporate entities,
Yeah.
and like they're basically sellouts.
It sounds like My Hero.
yes, but like
And Stain hated heroes too.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I see that.
the difference between My Hero and The Boys is that The Boys is, I mean, literally The Boys is My Hero but set in America.
and the heroes are actually
Assholes
evil, as
Yeah.
opposed to like the heroes in My Hero that are.
that are doing it strictly for the heroic good. Which I mean, you still have a few of those in The Boys, but majority of them are like are aged celebrities at this point, where it's like, I'm going to put on a face in front of the crowd, but as soon as I turn around, fuck all of you guys, I'm done.
Right.
Don't talk to me for the next 36 hours.
Literally, yeah, that's about how it is.
And yeah,
I'd recommend it if you haven't checked out The Boys. I think that you'd really
Prime
like
Video.
it.
It's yeah.
Everybody be talking about that show. I guess they check it out.
Diabolical. But that's
Diabolical.
my weekly blurb. And Jay, you want to round us off?
Yeah, I'll round us off talking about 2 new things that came out this week. One of them on Disney Plus, one of them on Amazon Prime. I haven't watched one of them, and I can't wait to watch one of them, so I'll talk about that one first.
Okay.
On Amazon Prime, they launched the new season of Upload, which I've talked about the first season before on the show, and
Way back in season 1.
yeah, like this is a show that Miriam and I have really just kind of gotten into just on a whim, because we noticed like we saw, what's his name again?
Robbie ML.
Yeah, we saw Robbie Amell was in it, and we really enjoy him as an actor, and I'm excited to see what the new season of Upload is about, how it fleshes out a lot of the issues that were brought up in the first season or toward the end of the first season. I mean, it's a show that really addresses like capitalism, death. I mean, it's kind of like I'd say a post-apocalyptic kind of inspired show in that kind of way. I don't know. It's
I mean, you
kind
said
of
the
like
best
that.
one, like before we started recording.
Alternative
it's like,
history.
oh, that was like you said. It was like almost like a Black Mirror series.
Yeah, it's like if Black Mirror had like fleshed out an entire episode into a whole season,
Yeah.
I'd say it's a lot like that. But I can't wait for it. I've been like waiting for it to come out for a long time, and so Patrick, our friend Patrick, has actually already watched like up until like the last 2 episodes of the last season, and that came out Thursday, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, so
They leaked it early.
yeah, but it was supposed to come out Thursday, and they leaked it 24 hours early actually, and so like they
Well,
just
a marketing employee for
they got it out in like 3 days pretty much. They just zoomed straight through it, so I'm excited to open that back up and get started on it.
You said that's on what platform?
Amazon
Prime Video.
Prime Video, you know,
Same as The Boys and Invincible
and
Marvelous
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel also came out, which I'm really excited to get back into as well. But that's not the other one that I wanted to bring up.
Nope.
The other one I wanted to bring up is the new Disney Plus movie Turning Red came out yesterday. Friday.
There you go.
Yeah, Friday, and I been like seeing previews for it, just kind of like building up some anticipation for it. It's got the grandfather that plays in Jackie Chan Adventures in it. He's playing the voice in it, of one of the characters in the movie. Sandra Oh is the mom in it, of course.
There's a character's name is Miriam.
Yes, there's a character's name is Miriam.
Spell like Miriam?
Hey!
RIAM, so it's different. But nah, like it's so cute. It takes place in like 2002, and like so like you see Tamagotchis and you see
he's one of the band members.
there's a boy band that's featured in it, and so like they go see the boy band, and like that's like a part of the whole plot. I
actually heard their song on like when I was listening to Disney Hits the other weekend.
Oh my god,
on the Disney Hits, I'm like.
it is a cute song. I
was like, this isn't Disney. I was like, wait, it's for Turning Red, and I looked at it, I was like, yeah.
And I really enjoyed the whole storyline. Like the plot of it is kind of just about accepting yourself, like growing pains, and there's a lot of family trauma that's addressed in it.
Pixar be hitting home with them.
It doesn't hit like a usual Pixar movie, but it hits hard.
I think it hits like Luca.
It hits harder than Luca. I thought it hit harder than Luca.
Cool, because
Hey, I haven't seen Luca.
Luca compared to like the other Pixar films were like is really lighthearted.
Well, I think it does.
It's better than Luca.
Because of the nostalgia, I think, of it, for real, it hits harder than Luca. And then also, like, the characters are real relatable. Like, you find yourself seeing yourself within the characters pretty well.
It's one of those, like, it's a middle school movie.
It's a middle school movie.
It's in 8th grade. She's in 8th grade, right? Like, and she goes through this giant change, and it's like super jarring and super dramatic at first, and she starts to like obviously adapt to the change, but her mom has a hard time adapting to the change, and it's like a lot of shooting on her as opposed to like adapting with her, and so it's super cool. I highly encourage everybody to check it out. I think that it's one of those cuter Pixar Disney Channel movies that. If you don't miss it, you're actually no. If you miss it, you're missing out for sure. If you miss it, you're missing out.
Oh, so. We don't want no FOMO.
No,
no FOMO.
I key recommend.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Same here. I'll probably watch it.
Main character's name is Mai Mai, so that's kind of cute.
Oh,
precious. Mai Mai.
Emi. Cool.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate everybody for listening to the entire episode. Morgan, we appreciate you for coming on and talking to us and being one of the favorite women that we've gotten to know and love and gotten here. And we appreciate you for stopping by on our little podcast. Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun?
I had a blast, and I'm so happy that you all are a non-toxic podcast. Usually when you see two guys with a mic, I get a little scared, but y'all are such good vibes. I love y'all. Thanks for gassing me up. Thanks for having me on here. Just thank you for everything. I had a great time.
Where can the people find you?
Y'all can find me on Twitch, Instagram. Those are my two main platforms. So Twitch and Instagram, Morganoftheleaf. Give me a follow. Show me some love, please.
Y'all follow on TikTok too. It's still Morganoftheleaf. Funny.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I have to remind myself I am on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok too.
She went viral with that Itachi TikTok.
I did not expect that one to get that many views. I was flabbergasted.
It'd be the weirdest ones that just kind of.
You never know. You never know what's the next one that pops up.
Yeah, I'm working on it. But Jay, where can the people find us?
Well, folks, y'all can find us on Instagram at Blerd Survival Guide and on Facebook at Blerd Survival Guide, on Twitter and TikTok at Blerd Guide, and you can also shop with us on Redbubble at the Blerd Survival Guide store. Get you some good merch. And you can also find us on our personals. Mine is at JDub0283.
I'm at JBear32995. Remember, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. You can leave a comment saying who your favorite influential women are on the YouTube comics. You can also rate us on Spotify. Give us all the good ratings so that more people can see us. Like I said last week, we have about 98% of us that are listening in America, but we got about 2% that listen from Denmark, Australia, India, China. Yeah, we got people all around. We're almost at 500 listens.
And globally, I want to know: do we have more wheels or doors in the world?
Comment wheels or doors in the comments below. Let us know.
It's wheels.
I think it's
Here's to the 50th episode.
50! Other than that, everybody, keep surviving. Listen to the theme song.
Spotlight, survivalist troopers, come and take a seat with the combo we provide. Every Tuesday, it's the Blerd Survival Guide. Two guys, two mics, our producer. Step into the spotlight, survivalist